You can't pay rent with ideology, and cash flow doesn't care how empowering your brand colors are. Be me, 42 years old, CTO and co-founder of tech startup in San Francisco. This is my fourth startup, sold 2 successfully, 1 failed, learned from all of them. Been in tech for 18 years, started as developer, worked up to technical leadership. Know how to build products, manage teams, stretch runway, survive startup chaos. Making good money consulting, $200,000 annually, comfortable life. Then my former colleague pitches me on her startup idea. Woman named Liz, 39, worked together at previous company. She was VP of marketing, smart, ambitious, recently pushed out in corporate restructuring. Calls me, I'm starting a company, need a technical co-founder. What's the idea? Professional networking platform, but exclusively for women. Like LinkedIn for women only. Interesting, what's the differentiation beyond gender exclusivity? Men create toxic competitive environment in professional networks. Our platform will be collaborative, supportive, authentic. I'm skeptical, but she's passionate, has business background. What's the business model? Subscription-based, $20 per month, targeting professional women. What's the market size? There are 75 million professional women in the US alone. But you're excluding the other half, the men who hire, invest, buy services. That's the point. We're creating safe space without male energy. Red flags, but she's offering me 30% equity as technical co-founder. I'm between consulting gigs, thinking maybe this could work. Decide to invest $500,000 of my own money. Take the CTO role. January 2024, we start pitching investors for seed funding. Target is $2 million to build MVP and get a market. First pitch is Sequoia Capital, major VC firm. Liz presents Matriarch, professional networking without patriarchy. We're solving the problem of male-dominated professional spaces by creating platform where women can connect authentically. Sequoia partner asks obvious question. You're intentionally excluding 50% of the potential user base and approximately 70% of executive decision makers who make hiring and purchasing decisions. How do you achieve network effects with that limitation? Liz responds, men are friction in professional environments. Our research shows women prefer collaborative spaces. We're not excluding men, we're centering women. Another partner, what's your path to profitability? Subscription revenue, $20 per month. Target 1 million users in year 1. That's $240 million annual revenue. How do you acquire 1 million paying users? Organic growth through authentic community building. Partners exchange glances. I can see this isn't going well. The market dynamics don't support this model. Professional networking requires broad participation across industries and roles. By excluding men, you're excluding most of the value creation. Liz is getting defensive. This is exactly the problem. Venture capital doesn't understand women's needs. You're part of the patriarchal structure we're disrupting. Partner closes his folder. We're going to pass on this opportunity. After meeting, Liz is angry. They just don't get the vision. They're part of the system we're fighting against. I'm more pragmatic. Liz, they raise valid concerns about market size. We need to think about how this platform creates value for users. If there are no job postings from companies, no investment opportunities, why would professional women pay $20 per month? Because it's a safe space that's inherently valuable. We pitch 8 more VCs over next month. All pass. Same concerns, market size, network effects, business model. One female partner at a major firm is blunt. I'm a professional woman and I wouldn't use this. I need to network with men because they're the decision makers. Excluding them means excluding opportunities. Liz is furious after that meeting. She's internalized misogyny. She doesn't understand what we're building. March 2024, we're running out of options. Then we get interest from small angel investor. Guy named Robert, 55, made money in real estate. He's motivated by guilt, recently divorced, wants to support women. I love what you're doing, supporting women in business. How much do you need? We're raising $2 million for 18-month runway. He writes the check, full $2 million from his personal wealth. We're funded. We have to build this now. I immediately start planning technical architecture. My budget, $400,000 for development over 6 months. Hire 5 experienced full-stack developers, $120,000 each. Rent cheap WeWork space, $5,000 per month. Basic infrastructure costs, $10,000 per month. Total burn, $30,000 per month, giving us 18-month runway to profitability. Present this to Liz. She has different ideas. We need to establish premium brand from day one. I found perfect office space, 6,000 square foot loft in Soma. How much? $35,000 per month, but it has amazing energy. I'm shocked. That's our entire burn rate for premium office space. Brand matters. We can't build authentic community from WeWork. Liz, we need to be capital efficient. We only have $2 million. We need to project success to attract users and future investors. She signs the lease over my objection. Then she starts hiring, but not developers. First hire, Chief Vibes Officer. Actual title on employment contract. Salary, $140,000 annually. Role, cultivating positive energy and authentic workspace culture. I'm speechless. Liz, we need developers, not vibes officers. Culture is our competitive advantage. This is essential. Second hire, brand storyteller, $120,000. Third hire, inclusion architect, $130,000. Fourth through 10th hires, various community and culture roles. By in a month 1, we have 15 employees. Exactly 2 of them can write code. Me and junior developer named Kevin. Kevin is 24, recent bootcamp grad, scared and overwhelmed. He comes to me. I'm trying to build the authentication system, but the brand storyteller keeps asking me about button colors. She wants to know if the submit button hex code is empowering enough. I walk into Liz's glass office. She's on Zoom with Vogue magazine. Liz, we need to talk about burn rate. We're spending $200,000 per month. We have maybe 10 months of runway left, and we don't have a working product. We have 2 developers. She mutes the Zoom. Stop obsessing over linear metrics. We're building a movement. The money will follow the energy. Money follows revenue, which follows users, which follows working product. You're thinking like a male founder. That's old paradigm. I'm frustrated, but she's CEO. I'm CTO. I focus on what I can control. April 2024, Kevin and I are working 80-hour weeks building the platform. Basic features. Profile creation, connection requests, messaging, job board. Everything is bare minimum. We need to ship something. Meanwhile, Liz is planning the launch. She hires event coordinator for $500,000 launch party. $500,000 for one night. Liz, that's 25% of our remaining capital. Launch is critical. We need to make statement. We could spend that on customer acquisition, marketing actual growth. This IS marketing, we're creating movement. May 2024, launch day approaches. Kevin and I are scrambling. The back end is unstable. Chat feature crashes if more than 3 people use it simultaneously. Job board has no actual job postings because we have no employer partnerships. But Liz won't delay. Launch party is scheduled. Venue is beautiful, expensive, catered by celebrity chef. 200 influencers invited. Gift bags with ethically sourced crystals worth $200 each. DJ who only plays songs by female artists. Speeches about dismantling patriarchy through technology. Liz presents. Tonight we're launching platform that will change professional networking. Matriarch is safe space for women to connect authentically. Midnight, app goes live on iOS and Android. Watching analytics dashboard from the party. Downloads, 500 in first hour, that's good. By morning, 4,000 total downloads. Active users after 24 hours, 12. I'm staring at this number. How did we go from 4,000 downloads to 12 active users? Check the user journey analytics. People download, create profile, try to search for connections. They search for industry professionals, find almost nobody. They search for job postings, find zero. They try the messaging feature, it crashes. They delete the app. Average session time, 3 minutes before uninstall. Bring this to Liz, we have retention problem. 4,000 downloads, but only 12 active users. People aren't finding value. There's no network effect yet. She's defensive. It's algorithm suppression. Google and Apple are throttling our visibility. No, the server logs show people are using the app, finding nothing and leaving. It's not conspiracy, it's empty network. The fundamental problem becomes clear over next week. By excluding men, we excluded corporate recruiters, mostly male, who post jobs. Venture capitalists, mostly male, who fund companies. Senior executives, mostly male, who make purchasing decisions. Entrepreneurs, mostly male, who are building companies. What's left is professional women trying to network with other professional women, but without the resources, opportunities, and decision-making power. It's echo chamber of people offering services to each other. Brand consultants trying to sell to other brand consultants. Life coaches trying to sell to other life coaches. No one is hiring. No one is investing. No one is buying. Active users drops to 8 by end of week 1. June 2024, we're in crisis mode. Bank account, $800,000 remaining. Burn rate, $200,000 per month. Runway, for months. Active users, 5. I call emergency board meeting, just me, Liz, and Robert the investor. We need to pivot immediately. Option 1. Open platform to everyone, build critical mass. Option 2. Drastically cut costs, extend runway, rebuild product. Option 3. Return remaining capital to investor and shut down. Liz is adamant. We're not opening to men. That defeats entire purpose. Then we need to cut costs. We're burning through runway. I refuse to compromise the vision for short-term financial pressure. Robert the investor is quiet, realizing his $2 million is disappearing. Liz, what's your plan to acquire users and generate revenue? We need more marketing. We need to educate the market. We've spent $500,000 on launch party. How much more on marketing? Marketing isn't the problem. The product market fit is the problem. She announces her solution. We're pivoting to subscription model. We'll charge $50 per month for access. This filters out casual users and creates committed community. I'm stunned. We have 5 active users who won't pay for free version. Why would they pay $50 for essentially empty platform? Because exclusivity has value. We're creating premium experience. Against my strong objection, she implements $50 monthly subscription. Requires credit card to even create account. Result: active users drops from 5 to 0. Literally 0 paying subscribers. The 5 remaining users deleted their accounts when paywall went up. July 2024, the end comes quickly. Bank account, $200,000. Monthly burn, $200,000. We have exactly 1 month left. Landlord wants rent, $35,000. Employees want paychecks, $140,000. We can't cover both. Start laying off employees, starting with Chief Vibes Officer. She's shocked. I thought we were building movement. Movement is over. Money is gone. By mid-July, everyone is laid off except me, Liz, and Kevin. Kevin quits, takes job at Oracle. I need steady paycheck. Can't blame him. We haven't paid him in 2 weeks. End of July. Landlord sends eviction notice. We're in default on lease. Owe $35,000 plus penalties. Utilities are shut off. Internet is disconnected. I'm sitting in dark office with Liz. We're done. We need to file bankruptcy. I refuse to give up. We just need more capital. No investor will fund company with 0 users and 0 revenue. Robert will give us more money. He believes in the mission. Call Robert. He's furious. I invested $2 million 8 months ago. What do I have to show for it? You have a platform with transformative social impact. I have 0 users and 0 return. I'm not investing more. August 2024, we filed bankruptcy. Company assets, some office furniture, worthless software. Company liabilities, $200,000 in unpaid rent, wages, contracts. My personal loss, $500,000 investment, completely worthless. Liz's personal loss, $300,000 investment, also worthless. Robert's loss, $2 million. He's livid, threatening legal action. I have to find new job. I'm 42, just burned 8 months and $500,000. Take position as Director of Engineering at boring logistics company, making $145,000, less than I made consulting. It's gray cubicles, 90% male workforce, processing shipping orders. But they're profitable, they make money, they pay on time. Nobody asks me about the vibes or the empowerment of button colors. We process 50,000 orders per day. We solve actual problems. Liz takes different path. She writes Medium article. How Silicon Valley failed women. My journey as a martyr. I tried to build something transformative, but patriarchal venture capital system couldn't see the vision. My co-founder was too focused on metrics and profits. Instead of understanding the movement we were creating, article goes viral, 500,000 views, thousands of shares. She gets book deal from major publisher. Advance, $400,000. She's making money from the failure, more than she lost. Positioned as visionary who was ahead of her time. Podcast circuit, speaking fees, consulting for other women founders. Meanwhile, I'm in cubicle managing shipping logistics. Lost $500,000, lost 8 months, lost opportunity cost. Robert lost $2 million, considering lawsuit, but lawyers say it's not worth it. Employees who work for us unpaid for final month, they got nothing. Some had to file for unemployment. Some had trouble paying rent. Now it's February 2025, 10 months after the collapse. I'm still a logistics company. It's fine. It's stable. Making $145,000, rebuilding savings that I depleted. See Liz on podcast. She's talking about her book. Matriarch wasn't a failure. It was a lesson. Silicon Valley isn't ready for truly transformative ideas. The financial metrics that VCs obsess over are patriarchal constructs. Host asks, would you do anything differently? No, I stayed true to my values and vision. That's more important than profit. I turn off the podcast, can't listen anymore. Think about what I learned from this experience. Lesson 1. Product market fit matters more than mission. Lesson 2. Burn rate is existential, not just a metric. Lesson 3. You can't exclude your way to network effects. Lesson 4. Ideology doesn't pay rent or salaries. Lesson 5. Some people fail upward by reframing failure as martyrdom. Most important lesson. Trust your instincts when fundamentals don't work. I saw the problems from day one. Exclusionary market approach, unsustainable burn rate, no revenue model. But I wanted to be supportive co-founder. I deferred to CEO. Cost me $500,000 in 8 months of my life. Now at 43, I'm rebuilding from that mistake. Working at profitable company that solves real problems. No mission statements about transforming society. Just logistics, shipping, operations, revenue, profit. It's boring, but it works. That's the difference between ideology and business. Business requires solving problems people will pay for. Ideology requires convincing people your vision matters more than their reality. Matriarch convinced nobody because the reality was obvious. Professional networking requires broad participation. Excluding half the market means excluding half the value. No amount of empowering brand colors changes that. Liz never understood this or refused to accept it. She still doesn't, based on her podcast appearances. She's rewritten history as visionary rejected by system, rather than founder who ignored market fundamentals. That's easier than admitting you burned $2 million on office vibes and crystal gift bags. Robert, the investor, won't make that mistake again. He tells people he's done with mission-driven investments. I invested based on feeling good about supporting women, instead of based on business model and unit economics. Cost me $2 million to learn that lesson. The employees who weren't paid their final month. They learned to get employment contracts in writing, and to leave when payroll starts being delayed. Kevin, the junior developer who worked with me, he's doing great at Oracle, making $180,000. Thanks me for the experience. I learned what not to do. Always check the burn rate before joining a startup, and make sure there are more than 2 developers. That's my story of Matriarch, the feminist networking platform that burned $2 million in 90 days. Because someone thought excluding men from professional networking was a viable business model. Because someone thought vibes and brand storytelling were more important than developers and product. Because someone thought cash flow was a patriarchal construct instead of the thing that keeps companies alive. Now I'm a logistics company, processing shipping orders, making less money than before, but learning that boring, profitable businesses are better than transformative, bankrupt movements. That's the lesson I paid $500,000 to learn. At 42 years old, in 8 months, building a platform with 0 users, and a chief vibes officer who didn't vibe us out of bankruptcy. 2 years later, I'm 44, still at the logistics company, promoted to VP of engineering now, making $195,000. Back to where I was before Matriarch. Took 2 years to recover. Run into Robert, the investor, at tech conference. He sees me. There's that awkward moment. Could avoid each other, pretend not to notice. But he walks over. Hey, how are you doing? I'm okay. Recovered from the Matriarch disaster, you? I'm fine. Wrote off the $2 million as expensive lesson. I'm sorry about that. I tried to warn her about the burn rate. I know you did. I saw your emails in Discovery. He's referring to the bankruptcy proceedings. All our internal communications became public record. My warnings about spending, about market size, about runway. All documented, all ignored. Why didn't you push back harder, he asks. I did push back, but she was CEO. She had final say. You were co-founder. You had equity. You had standing. I deferred to her business judgment. Thought maybe she knew something I didn't. Robert shakes his head. We both made same mistake. We wanted to believe the vision was enough. That passion and mission could overcome basic economics. But cash flow doesn't care about your mission statement. We talked for a few more minutes about what we're doing now. He's investing again, but only in profitable companies. I don't invest in visions anymore. I invest in revenue. Show me customers who are paying, then we'll talk. Smart. That's what I should have insisted on from beginning. Walk away thinking about how Matriarch changed my approach. Now, when I evaluate any business idea, I ask simple questions. Who is the customer? What problem are you solving? Why will they pay money? How much will they pay? What does it cost to acquire them? What does it cost to serve them? Can you get to profitability before running out of money? If answers don't work, no amount of passion fixes it. See article next month. Liz is launching another startup. Same concept, different execution. Athena, professional community for women leaders. This time it's not networking app. It's paid membership community. $5,000 annual fee for access to exclusive events and mentorship. Article quotes her. I learned from Matriarch that free models don't work. Premium pricing attracts serious, committed members. I do the math in my head. She needs 400 paying members just to hit $2 million annual revenue. Before any costs, before any overhead. Where will she find 400 women willing to pay $5,000 annually for access to community of other women who paid $5,000? It's same problem, same exclusionary model, different price point. But she raised $500,000 from new investors who don't know the history. 6 months later, see another article. Athena shut down, couldn't acquire enough members. Managed to get 47 paying members, $235,000 in revenue. Burned through $500,000 in operating costs. Investors lost everything again. Liz posts on LinkedIn. Athena was ahead of its time. The market isn't ready for premium women-only professional communities. Comments are less sympathetic this time. People are figuring out the pattern. Someone posts, maybe the market is telling you something. Another, exclusion isn't a business model. She doesn't respond to comments, just moves on to next thing. That's when I realize some people never learn. They just keep reframing failure as vision. Keep finding new investors who don't check references. Keep building the same thing with different branding. Meanwhile, I'm at logistics company. We grew 40% last year, added 200 employees, processed 18 million orders, generated $200 million revenue. Nothing transformative, nothing visionary. Just solving shipping problems efficiently and profitably. And I learned that's actually valuable. More valuable than burning millions on movements. More valuable than chief vibes officers. More valuable than crystal gift bags at launch parties. The most important business lesson is simple. Make more money than you spend. Solve real problems people will pay for. Everything else is just expensive storytelling. That's what Matriarch taught me. $500,000 in 8 months of my life. To learn what should have been obvious. You can't exclude your way to success. You can't spend your way to profitability. You can't mission statement your way past unit economics. And you can't build a network by cutting out half the network. Now at 44, I know better. I know the difference between vision and delusion. Between passionate founder and reckless spending. Between transformative idea and fundamentally flawed model. Matriarch was all three of the wrong ones. And I paid $500,000 to figure that out. While Liz made $400,000 writing about how everyone else was wrong. That's Silicon Valley sometimes. The person who fails gets the book deal. The person who warned them gets the cubicle. But the cubicle comes with steady paycheck. And the book deal comes with credibility damage. I know which one I'd rather have now. 2 years of rebuilding later. With lessons learned. And $500,000 poorer. But wiser about what actually matters. In business, in startups, in life. Revenue matters, profit matters, sustainability matters. Everything else is just vibes. And vibes don't pay the rent.